morning and welcome to Breaking Views on NDTV. I am Ankit Tyagi, ladies and gentlemen. It's been 4 days, almost 100 hours. The big question is, where is Amritpal Singh? The man who has kept Punjab police and the state on tenterhooks is still absconding. And that has also led to a lot of questions being raised as far as the Punjab police is concerned. In fact, the High Court has also come down heavily on the Punjab police today. But before we talk more about that, the big question of where is Amritpal Singh? Not only are the police looking for him, but that's also something that the people, in fact, in Punjab are asking. With all the rumors going around on whether Amritpal Singh is in fact hiding still in Punjab, is he in the rural areas, has he left Punjab, was he in police custody? At least today, with certain visuals which have come out, and NDTV has exclusively accessed those visuals. Let's just show a few visuals on your screens. It also pulls you and gives you the kind of preparation that already was there for Amritpal to escape. Now, this Khalistani sympathizer, as soon as the police action began, in fact, you could see that once there is a massive convoy of cars which is going, which included a Mercedes car on 18th when, in fact, the police started the action against Amritpal. He was initially in that Mercedes car. Then, challenged by the police, the car in fact zooms off. The police is hot on the trails, and it's a convoy of a Mercedes, 2 Endeavours and 1 black Isuzu. Later, you see Amritpal changing the cars. He is seen on a toll plaza sitting on the back seat of that white Maruti Brezza. And then later these pictures have emerged of the same day where he reaches a Gurudwara in the vicinity, in fact, of Jalandhar, off the highway, where he gets out of the Brezza and changes. His appearance seems to have changed from the religious attire that Amritpal has been seen. He changes his appearance into a shirt and a trouser. His beard, which is a long beard, is neatly tucked in, and his headgear, the pagri, has also changed colors. It is from the traditional style of the blue pagri that he was wearing, the dark blue. It's changed to pink, and he's wearing sunglasses, holding a bag, and then he leaves on a motorcycle. 2 of his other aides are also on a separate motorcycle. He is on a different one. It is being said that later he went to a Gurudwara, ate there, and since then he's absconding. The police now has recovered all these vehicles, the 2 Endeavours, 1 Isuzu, the Mercedes-Benz, and now the police has also recovered the Brezza vehicle in which Amritpal Singh had escaped. Today, the DGP came in front of the media, once again said that after 4 days they are hot on the heels of Amritpal. More than 100 arrests have taken place. His key aides have been picked up. The fact and the question that remains is, where is Amritpal? The police says that at this moment, in fact, they tried to paint a picture of how he escaped. First, listen in to what the DGP said.
देखो, सब तो पहला तो मैं दसना चाहना कि पंजाब के विच जिहड़ी स्थिति है बिल्कुल स्टेबल है, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर पूरी तरह मेनटेन्ड है, सारे पासे सुख शांति है। तो जो भी काम किया जाएगा, किसी नूं किसी तरह की इलीगल अरेस्ट च ना रखा गया है ना रखा जाएगा। इस केस दे विच एक बहुत वड्डी अहम सफलता पंजाब पुलिस दे हत्थ लगी है कि जिहड़ी ब्रेजा कार दे विच अमृतपाल सिंह उत्थों दौड़िया सीगा मौके तो, वो ब्रेजा कार रिकवर हुई है। जिहड़े 4 बंदियां ने भज्जण दे विच मदद कीती सीगी, वो 4 अक्यूज़ दे विच अरेस्ट कीते। टोटल 154 बंदे ने जिहड़े अरेस्ट हो चुके हैं। अमृतपाल सिंह के खिलाफ NSA एक्ट, जिदा तुहानूं पता NSA एक्ट लगाया जा चुका वा।
Fresh FIRs have been registered. Amritpal is also been booked under the NSA Act, and the police says that they are trying to hunt or search for Amritpal. They have released a set of pictures as well. Pictures of Amritpal when he was not the religious preacher, when he was working in Dubai, and also various pictures, almost 6 to 8 pictures have been released with him in different get-ups, with beard, without beard. All those pictures are also running on your screen. So the Punjab police, Amritpal is the accused number 1, wanted number 1 as far as the police is concerned. The man who is accused of inciting people against the state, against the country. Now, what we are also, in fact, the only thankful thing so far for the Punjab police, despite the embarrassment of not being able to apprehend Amritpal, despite launching such an operation, was that the law and order situation in the state remains under control. The Chief Minister of Punjab came out to speak on that.
लोगों के आपसी भाईचारे, पंजाब के लोगों की अमन शांति और पंजाब के लोगों की आपस में प्यार पर कोई बुरी नजर डाले तो पंजाबी किसी भी हालत में ये बर्दाश्त नहीं करते। इतिहास गवाह है, जिसने भी पंजाब के सोशल भाईचारक सांझ को, जिसने भी पंजाब की अमन शांति को तोड़ने की रत्ती भर भी कोशिश की तो पंजाबियों ने उसका मुंह तोड़ना जवाब दिया। आज मैं आपके सामने बैठा हूं। पिछले दिनों कुछ तत्व ऐसे थे जो विदेशी ताकतों के हाथ चढ़कर पंजाब में माहौल खराब करने की बातें कर रहे थे, नफरत भरी स्पीच दे रहे थे, कुछ ऐसे कानून के खिलाफ बोल रहे थे, तो उन पर कार्रवाई की गई है और उस कार्रवाई के दौरान वो सब लोग पकड़े गए हैं और उनको सख्त से सख्त सजा दी जाएगी।
So the government assuring, the Chief Minister saying that they will make sure that these people are sent behind bars and they get the stringent punishment. But did the Aam Aadmi Party government act little late as far as this entire case is concerned? But before I tell you more about this and what the High Court said, joining me now is my colleague Saurabh Shukla. For the last 4 days, he has been on the ground in and around Jalandhar, trying also on the hunt, trying to get clues on where Amritpal has disappeared. Saurabh, you know, you've accessed more information about the motorcycle on which we can see Amritpal escaping. So a very well thought out, planned escape route for Amritpal. It looked like that, you know, they had already taken in account this contingency of the crackdown by the police. First, tell us what's the latest information about the people that we see on the motorcycle, and if we can also play those visuals while you are speaking.
Ankit, absolutely. Amritpal, his mindset is criminal. That is why he was already prepared with a escape route. He knew that one day police will come for him after Ajnala incident. That is why from Mercedes to Brezza, to 2 motorcycles, changing his attire from a religious saint preacher to a Western Sikh, and then he folded his beard also. But when we'll talk about it, before that, I would like to tell our viewers that in that motorcycle, that picture where Amritpal is visible sitting at the back of bike, Platina bike, the person who is riding that bike, his name is Punjab Singh. Punjab Singh is one of the closest to Amritpal Singh. He has ISI links as well. That's what my sources are indicating. He's an ex-journalist and he is the mastermind behind Amritpal. Punjab and Amritpal's uncle Harjeet Singh. Punjab is riding that bike, that Platina bike where Amritpal is sitting behind. Amritpal changed his attire, folded his beard from blue turban to pink turban. Amritpal is also wearing black specs to escape from police, and he took small narrow lanes of Punjab villages to avoid highways. In fact, on that Brezza car also, Ankit, he is not sitting at the front. He is sitting at the back corner, so he can escape CCTV as well. In fact, that footage we have, that toll plaza footage we have, where that Brezza car is visible, Amritpal is not visible. He is sitting at the back. So he had that idea. So that reveals his criminal mindset. Because before this whole incident, he was like, preacher, I am here to save religion, Sikh religion. I am against cartilage. A lot of big statements. But this exposes Amritpal. Yes. Though what you have said, an embarrassment for Punjab police, that whole operation was there to get Amritpal. They lost that golden opportunity to get hold of him. But though a top cop I was speaking with in the morning, he said that I am very happy that yes, we did not arrest Amritpal, though we managed to expose him, because we decided not to fire a single bullet. In fact, I've been told that when he was chased by Punjab police, he was in Mercedes car, right, a Scorpio of Punjab police banged Mercedes car. But you cannot match Scorpio and Mercedes car.
Right.
And Amritpal got away because they had decided not to fire a single bullet. That is why Amritpal is at large, though yes, it is a bitter truth that he has escaped and Punjab police is after him.
Absolutely. The Punjab police right now, 4 days later, still trying to catch Amritpal. But very important details now emerging, as Saurabh was telling us about the man who helped Amritpal escape, the man who is in front of, on the rider's seat of that motorcycle, and Amritpal is on the pillion seat. That man seems to be a key as far as the Punjab police is concerned, and they are also on the heels of trying to nab this suspect as well. Saurabh, thank you for all those information. Before I go to my guest, ladies and gentlemen, the High Court today came down heavily on the Punjab government and the police and said 80,000 of your cops have not been able to nab a man who is still at large. That is an embarrassment as far as the Punjab police is concerned, and also raises a few questions. I want to, in fact, just go through a few questions that this entire incident raises in the way Amritpal is still, in fact, off the custody of the police. In fact, was Amritpal tipped off about this operation against him? This is now, for murmurs, it is now something which is largely being spoken about in the power corridors of Punjab. Was there a failure of the local intelligence to account for the possibility of escape? Was the Punjab police not completely prepared to carry out an operation like this? You knew that this man has some sort of a support. Did you not account for all the escape routes in this entire operation? How were the police not monitoring the roads and the toll booths? Why did the convoy get the VVIP treatment? They did not even have to pay the toll at the toll plaza. How was Amritpal not spotted changing the cars? How come Amritpal, in fact, he was on a bike, and the Punjab police says by that time there was a big, in fact, alert sounded, and there was nakabandi all across the state. Bandobast, how did it fail? Why did the police not stop the convoy which was clearly speeding? And 4 days on, is the Punjab police is still in dark as far as Amritpal is concerned? Let me very quickly introduce my guest to answer a few of those questions. Vipin Pabi, senior journalist, former resident editor of Indian Express, Chandigarh, is joining us at this moment. We have Rajinder Kumar, former special director IB, Mr. Amritpal Singh, former IG Punjab Police, also with us. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. The political parties, and in a way, it's good also that they are not speaking on this issue. It's not fanning any trouble on the ground. We tried to reach out to them as well. But I want to start with you, Mr. Rajinder Kumar. For somebody who has been related to intelligence, for a state like Punjab, which is quite sensitive, has seen the singe or the fire of terrorism before as well. If you plan an operation like this, sir, how is it that the main accused is still out of the grasp of Punjab police 4 days on?
See, in normal course, it should not have happened. But then I will say that in these operations, there are so many combination and permutations, and there is always a possibility that somebody will be successful to escape. And I don't think that if he has really escaped, then I would say that it is not a bad thing. Maybe that it gives opportunity to the police to find out more about him. It discredited him. He considered himself to be a Bindrawale, and now he is hiding like a rat. So I don't say it is a possible thing that he could escape. There is always a possibility. See, the police has to see no bystander is hurt, nobody else is hurt, as far as minimum fatalities and the type of person he is, given his background. Police would not like him to be injured or even killed, to be killed, and not even injured. They will like him to...
Totally. I mean, any casualty, Amritpal or even his aides, that would have made him a martyr. This would have given him a larger, some sort of a support, made him a hero as far as the youth are concerned. But Mr. Amritpal Singh, isn't it an embarrassment, sir, for the Punjab police that 4 days later, the High Court today is asking the question, how come you could not apprehend the man against whom the entire operation was launched? I mean, all these contingencies about not firing at him or him escaping, aren't these things taken in account when an operation is planned of a magnitude like this?
Yes, as far as At the face of it, it looks like that there is embarrassment. But we must consider when the entire state machinery has been swung into action, when the dragnet has been expanded to such a extent that we'll catch him at any time, with all these large number of force having been deployed, still they have not been able to get it. That at the face value, you will say, yes, this is not correct. This shows that there is some lacuna in the operation. But this is only at face value. Understand that this man has been exposed. Their entire action which they were planning to has been exposed, because in these 4 days, fortunately, no untoward incident happened anywhere in Punjab. A. B. The state machinery has been able to nab most of the persons who were associated with him, which means that the pressure points which were there,
Right.
that has been diffused to a great extent. Now, at what point of time he is arrested or he goes away or goes out is a question of our own imagination. There have been reports.
So the question is, the question right now is not whether he will be arrested, but it is when he is arrested. So it's just a matter of time, as you are saying. But of course, like you said, on the face of it, looks like an embarrassment. Mr. Pabi, I want to understand the repercussions of this entire operation and Amritpal being on the run for the last 4 days from you. The political parties at this moment, especially the government of Punjab, is sighing in relief, saying that there hasn't been a large-scale protest or any kind of support as far as Amritpal is concerned. 4 days on, the longer he's on the run, does it augur well or does it work well for the government of Punjab, or is it an embarrassment? The longer it stretches, it will show that the Punjab police is not able to do their job as they are expected to.
Thank you, Ankit. I would like to make 2-3 points. You mentioned about the High Court, what High Court has commented, and it is 4 days. Definitely, 2 or 3 things are very clear. Punjab police have messed up the operation. It was supposed to be it should have been conducted very meticulously, well planned, and all escape routes should have been blocked and clogged. But that was undone. And to claim that 4 days, okay, we are exposing the person who has escaped, Amritpal Singh, I don't agree with that argument at all. Because at least among his supporters, very close supporters who might be, radicalized, for them he has become a hero that for 4 days the entire force is not able to, get him and all that. So that is point number 1. Point number 2 is that, this kind of the details which your reporter Saurabh was just mentioning, and it has come out in other parts of the media also, makes it apparent that it was a very, very well-planned escape. Now, how do you explain him going back in another vehicle, getting a Brezza? From Brezza, how does he get a Brezza? I mean, he's gone on a side road and he finds a car there waiting for him. Then he goes somewhere else, he finds a motorcycle waiting for him. Then he goes to a Gurdwara where he gets a trouser and shirt and everything. And there are other. So apparently, he had perhaps, or he was tipped off. Either he was tipped off, or there is something more to what is meeting the eye. How could so many coincidences take place? So I think
absolutely, it's a series of coincidences that has worked for the man against whom the police has launched such a big operation. You are right, sir. I'm just going to come back to you, but this is an important question. I want both the gentlemen, those who have worked, of course, in the policing, to answer that. Mr. C-Pal Singh, shouldn't the police and the government of Punjab also look into this aspect that there could possibly be some sort of a collusion as far as Amritpal Singh is concerned? Somebody may have tipped him off. Is the police not looking for crucial tip-off at this moment? Or crucial evidences at this moment of whether there is somebody from within their system who could have tipped off Amritpal Singh, who then was who managed to escape then?
Yes, I tend to agree, but I went back to differ with Mr. Poppy. The question is that in this case particularly, at what stage full dossier was provided about his background by the central government or central agencies to the Punjab government. At that time, they could have thought of that how dangerous he is or how dangerous he can be. At what stage they started action? The planning was the planning absolutely a failure or planning has been executed properly, and the man is somewhere there and will be exposed at a proper time. These are all things which the police in operation can tell you. I have a feeling, and a strong feeling, that they're definitely Kulian, but that Kulian is being exposed now. No? They are going from one place to another, and they find he was given Mercedes, from Mercedes he was given Bazari, and he went to Gurdwara. And most unfortunate and also a sensitive part of the thing is that if it goes into some Gurdwara, as Mr. Rajinder will agree with me, it becomes very difficult. So we have to be very careful at this stage that he does not get a refuge in any important Gurdwara. That is then it will become a very sensitive issue in times to come. If we get the refuge into some Gurdwara Sahib, the important Gurdwara Sahib, then it will become
you're right. If that situation is allowed to happen, then we are almost talking about a rerun of what happened in 1984. But Mr. Kumar, the failure, of course, is of the Punjab police, but isn't there also some sort of a blame or at least an embarrassment for the intelligence agencies nationally as well, IB, RAW and other agencies, because he's being said to have links with the ISI, he's a stooge of the ISI, came to the country. I mean, all those kind of people are usually on the radar of the national agencies.
See, how do you say that he was not on the radar? First thing, let me say this thing. Have you seen what are the communications between the intelligence bureau and the...
All I'm suggesting, sir, all I'm saying right now, sir, the question that I'm asking is till the time he's on the run, wouldn't it be an embarrassment for the intelligence agencies as well? No, I'm just clarifying the question to you, sir.
No, it is, as far as intelligence agencies are concerned, they must have been giving the information. See, when I was posted in Chandigarh 30 years back, at that time, whenever any piece of information would come to me, I will ring up Mr. Olak. Earlier it was Mr. Virdi, then Mr. Olak, the additional DG at the special DG. At that time, sir, this is the information, you please check it and you get it done. So it is IB and state police, because all of us are IPS officers. I would say about IPS officers, normally whether I belong to that cadre or not, normally there is a very good interaction between us, and particularly in the states like where there is a problems. So in those places we have a lot of informal chat. It may not even be on paper. Second thing, what I would say is that Ankit, is that see, this person has been brewing for last 2 years, and the state was knowing it. Chief Minister was knowing, other politicians were knowing that what this fellow is doing it. What action has been taken by the Chief Minister? Did he issue any instructions to the police that now it's time to nab him or stop him from doing what mischiefs which he has been doing? No, I don't think there has been.
Okay. That's a very important point. That's a very important point that you're making. And Mr. Pabi, I would like you to weigh in on this, because for the Aam Aadmi Party government in Punjab, the biggest challenge that people kept saying is that, it's a full state, it's a sensitive state, they do not have the experience to run a state like this. How does this entire incident play out for them politically? Does it come as a failure of the state administration, or can they in some way pat their back and say, oh, we launched an operation and we nabbed this man?
Well, Ankit, it should have come in much earlier. This man has been active for the last about 6 months, and kind of speeches that he had been giving, the kind of TV interviews he had been giving. Why were these intelligence agencies not providing information, or they might be providing information, but why was the government not acting? And in the case of Punjab, it is not just the state government's responsibility, because the actors are from across the border, international matters. So it was a joint responsibility of both the governments. They should have coordinated well. Instead of that, they have been squabbling on very minor issues through the governor. But what they needed to do was to take some strong action, and not to build him up as a kind of a hero for a section of people. That's what it has
Mr.
been
Pabi,
done.
do you see this as a positive, that there are not a lot of people, those who have come on the ground to support him or protest in favor, or political parties also largely not speaking in favor of Amritpal Singh?
That is the ground reality, and I wish the media projects it a little more. That things are actually not that kind of violent and all that. Keep getting phone calls from people outside Punjab and even country that the situation is very bad in Punjab. I think we need to highlight that he has a small set of people, youngsters mainly, who are maybe frustrated, angry, or are his supporters. But a vast majority of people are not supporting him. In fact, his taking Guru Granth Sahib to the police station as a shield has gone much against him by the moderate Sikhs and Hindus who revere Guru Granth Sahib. So I think overall, Punjab is the point. In fact, there has been more protests outside India than within Punjab. So that is a point that needs to be highlighted. One more point I would like to just add
That's
to
the
what I was
propaganda.
saying earlier.
Yes, sir. Quickly, sir.
Yeah. So one point very quickly, and that from his car, which was abandoned, they also found a wireless set. That is what is being said. Now, how come that wireless set could be? Perhaps that was used to plan the entire escape. That could be a possibility. And intelligence agencies should have known that these people have these kind of sets. That is my point.
Absolutely. It's a very, very important piece of clue, and that also possibly should immediately spring the Punjab police in action to look within whether there was some leakage or lapses or at least some sort of a collusion as far as Amritpal's escape is concerned. Gentlemen, I thank you all for joining me at this moment on Breaking News. I'm completely out of time, but very, very important. A lot of protests outside, and that needs to be highlighted. And all those protests across, few cities in the globe, outside the Indian embassies or high commissions, are all largely ISI, Pakistan-backed, Khalistani incident-backed, elements-backed protests. Not something which reflects the ground reality in the very state of Punjab, which remains largely peaceful. Thank you so much for joining us at this moment. News and updates continue on NDTV. Good night.
माँ कहती थी तुम्हारे पापा का फेवरेट